even if I touch a meal. And do it through the pain, I don't need the pain. And life won't get me down, but it won't break my will. Cause I've been chasing this so long, I can't give up. I won't give in, been through too much. I done prayed for the money, I done prayed for the fame. I done prayed that I will make a sacrifice and play this game. I done prayed that my life would never be the same. I done prayed that I will make it bring glory to my name.
Bro, I don't know, dude. The Wi-Fi, the LG, it's all been shit from all these storms we had, bro. We've had like 4 major like thunderstorms come through like last week, and I went to my brother's bachelor party in Cincinnati this weekend, and Sarah texted me and she's like, "The TV's not working." I'm like, "What do you mean the TV's not working?" And then she tells me that the screen's dark. Bro, a lightning strike hit in the neighborhood, hit a telephone pole, shot through the electrical outlets, fried my bulbs. My bulbs are gone. My TV is like jet black. You can hear the TV. You can hear it. You can hear it moving around. Like when you're moving the different apps and stuff, the screen is just black.
Get shit on Mark.
Bro, I'm so mad. I was literally, she texted me Friday night saying the TV's not working. I'm like, what do you mean the TV's not working? The TV's 5 years old.
TV's 5 years old. Mark, we lost your audio again, man.
What the hell?
I know you hear me, Mitch.
You at the fair, Calvin?
You say what?
You at the fair?
Say that again.
Oh my gosh.
I can't hear shit.
This is the most chaotic podcast I've ever been a part of.
This podcast is brought to you by Dial-Up, AOL.
Hey man, I can hear y'all boys. Your podcast.
Well, we got Mark glitching around, fucking Calvin tuning in for the Williamson County Fair, man. There's just so much going on.
Hey.
Okay, Mark. Oh.
Is that better?
Yeah, we got you.
Yeah.
It might just kill. It might be absolutely killed me tonight. It's probably gonna be you two. And he's at Rolling Loud, Mitchell.
Oh, is it rolling loud?
Yes.
Where's that at?
In Miami.
He's in Miami?
Miami.
That's
Yeah,
Miami.
you didn't know your best friend's in fucking Miami?
He ain't sent me no invite.
Yeah, what the fuck?
He ain't sent me no invite.
Why do I feel
You
like,
wouldn't go no Rolling Loud.
I was about to say, why do I feel like you're not the type of person that would go to Rolling
You would
Loud
never.
there, Fidus?
Yeah, that is not your. That is not your
wouldn't.
vibe.
It's not, but it's the invite that it's all about the invite.
Why would
you're one of those? I know I'm not going to go, but I just want you to think about me, huh?
Yeah. Bro, come on. It's just like
I already
would
know.
never waste my time.
Maybe
bro.
Captain
That'd be
like
me
answer was
inviting.
no.
No, Finis, that'd be like me inviting you to go out to a bar, bro. Like, it's just not. Why? Why would I waste my calories asking you to go to a bar, man? I'm just not going to do that.
Bro, okay,
Wasting the breath, wasting the thumb movement.
Bar is completely different, right? Because it's just a bar. It's just a bar. Rolling Loud. Let me say this then, Mitch. Whenever the day comes where you get married, whether you think I'm coming to the wedding or not, or can make it or not, I expect a wedding invitation.
Hey, that's right. I invited Finis. He couldn't come to my wedding. That's
right, but Mark, your invitation.
Here's what I expect out of you.
Sitting on the fridge. It's on the fridge as we speak.
Here's
from 2 years ago.
If I do, when I do send you that wedding invitation, you show up. If you show up in a suit without Jordan 1s on, I'm gonna be pissed. You better be wearing some fucking
Time
Jordans.
out. Speaking of, there it is. Save the date. It's still there.
And there's T, and then I got one I'm going to in August, and then that's my brother's graduation. Bro, when you make the
He
fridge,
got my save the date up there.
it's gonna be on my fridge to the day I die. I'm gonna keep that on my fridge. All my close friends, when they get married and send me invitations, I'm gonna keep them on my fridge.
Damn, Finis.
Speaking of getting married, Mitchell, should
Why
we
do you say Mitchell like that?
should
bro?
we keep our little bet to ourselves, or should we air it out on here? So
Yeah,
you have to follow.
Go ahead. Air it out.
So you have to follow through. You have to follow through with it.
Air out the bet, Mark. What's the bet?
All right. So Mitchell called me. Me and Mitchell talked for like an hour on the phone a couple weeks ago. You know,
Like
that's what we
3
usually
hours,
do.
Mark.
Well, you know, we talk.
Well, you
want to
be calling me during the middle of fucking work, bro. Like, you
I'm
just
sorry.
be calling
You're
me. It's fucking 1 o'clock
Pacific
and
time.
shit. Like, what the fuck you want me to do? I can't
Pacific
answer
time
those
message
phone
with me.
calls, Mark. Mark want to call me during the middle of a work
They're
day.
not going to stop.
Mark wants to call me during the middle of a work day and then bitch me out about not answering the phone during the middle of a work day, bro. Like, I got to pay the phone bill somehow. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck.
Oh, you're all right.
Go ahead, Mark.
Anyways.
Go ahead, Mark.
So
What's
we're in the middle of conversation. Usually Mitchell and I talk once a week. We try to talk once a week. You know, sometimes it goes to, once every 2 weeks. But when we do talk, we talk for a long time. So he got on the subject, about getting married, in the future, maybe when he comes back home or when he moves somewhere else or even if he stays in California. This man said, that his days of partying are over. They're done. He's ready to settle down. Now, here's the thing. He said if he ever moved back to Tennessee, he would be married within the year.
Not married.
Within the year.
Not married.
I'm moving back to Tennessee.
Not married, Mark.
No. You started.
Engaged.
You said married.
We said engaged.
I'm the one that helped you out on this.
We said engaged, Mark.
Time out.
We did not say married.
You're messing up the story. I'm getting there. Mitchell, I'm getting there. You got to let me finish. At first, you said married. And I said, well, first off, that means you have a girlfriend right now because how the hell are you going to pull that off? That's really quick. I said, second off, who's the prospect? He wouldn't give me the prospect. Anyways.
I don't have a prospect, Mark.
Okay, so this is where it really gets good. So, yeah, he said married within the year. So I said, Finis, I told Mitchell, I said, there's no way in hell that's going to happen. And number two, I'll make a deal with you. If you get married if you get married within 2 years and you get engaged within the first year, of when you move back to Tennessee or wherever you move to, I'll buy you dinner. It's a bet because I don't believe in one hell of a second. Like once, I don't believe at all that you're going to get engaged within a year. No chance. And you
Mark,
don't even have
think
prospects.
that
You just said you didn't have prospects. So that makes it even worse.
Mark just doesn't think that I'm ready to settle down right now, Finis.
Absolutely not. I don't.
That's
And
what it sounds like.
number two, he's got no prospects, Finis. There's no women. He's got no chart to go down the list. Like, this is marriage material. This is marriage material.
He's coming out my neck, bro.
This is a little marriage material. This dude, he doesn't even have a speed dating chart for who he might want to get engaged to. He's just going in there willy-nilly. Just,
Sometimes that's
just,
how you find love.
Yeah, that's
doesn't even have a type he would like to, narrow the list down to who he would want to marry. He's just going in there fucking blind, bro.
I ain't got no type.
So the bet is he has to be engaged within the year. If he doesn't, he owes me dinner. If he does, I owe him dinner.
A good dinner too.
Because I didn't want to run my friend's
dinner.
pockets. I'm a good friend. I didn't want to run my friend's pockets.
Now, here's the question. Here's the question, Mitch. I know we had talked about this a few episodes ago, but when do you think you would be moving back to Nashville potentially?
End of the year?
That's within the year?
Hopefully, yeah, by the end of the year.
By the end of I'm about to say that's the expect. That's tough.
So, but yeah. So if that's November, if that's December he has.
I'm gonna be back.
Point,
I'll be back in Tennessee. I'll be back in Tennessee by the end of the year. But I want to do. I don't think that it's going to be. I'll do Nashville for a little bit, but I think it's going to be Chattanooga pretty quick. I'd assume within 3 or 4 months, make my way down there.
So, are we starting the clock when he moves to Nashville or when he moves to Chat?
Absolutely not. When he first stepped foot in the state of Tennessee, he said within the year.
What about?
So
what
now
about
he's
the
screwing
revision?
himself. He's not staying in one spot long enough to find prospects, make some girl crazily fall in love with him. In 6 months, to where she says, "Yeah, let's get engaged. Let's get engaged."
Fine,
I'd like
to
to
be an arbiter
engaged.
here.
He's got to find a girl, date a girl. By the 6-month mark, he has in love with him, talking about marriage with him, agreeing that if he got on one knee, she would say yes. But now he wants to move from Nashville to Chattanooga, so that makes it impossible. I've already won the bet.
This is true, Mark. Can we change the terms? Are you open? To changing the terms of the bet?
No, because then
I'm more than happy to take it. Listen, Mark. Listen, I'm more than happy to honor this side of the bet and take my buddy out for a nice fucking steak dinner, which I will do. But I just want to know if can we change the terms a little bit?
All right,
we've already agreed. We've already agreed on the bet. So if you choose not to, then that's fine. That's fine.
I'll listen to your
keep
terms.
the original bet. What if we change the terms to whenever I sign a year lease at my next apartment - wherever I'm at? Whenever I sign that year lease in Tennessee, because that gives me time. That gives me time to get settled, figure out where I'm going to be at, and then the clock can start.
Look at this shit, Finis.
I'm just saying. I'm
that's
down.
Fair.
We can stay with the original terms.
Look at this shit, absolutely. Right, man. He knows he burned fucking ravioli, bro. He knows he's toast. He knows.
Mark,
and now that he knows,
I think that's fair. Give him
whenever
he signs the year lease.
Product of the bet he made was.
But I'm saying, Mark.
There's no guarantee he signs a year lease. He could. I mean, Mitchell could live with anybody for 6 months.
Yeah. So, Mark, I agree. I agree. We have the bet. We have the original bet that doesn't have to be changed. You can say no, but I just think that might be it makes the bet more interesting. But it's your call, Mark.
Look at you, man.
I'm more than happy to take my buddy out to a nice steak dinner. I'm more than happy to do that.
Look at you, man.
Mark wants to see me settle down, Finis. That's what he's been trying to get me to do for about fucking 7 years now.
Yeah, man. How are
you want to see it happen?
Watching Cougar Hunter Mitchell.
Oh boy, there we go.
Well, here's what I will say. Even so, let's say you decide to move at the end of the year and then go Nashville Chat. It's not impossible for you to still win the bet, because I do know people that get married within 6 months of meeting each other.
You've got to find one crazy female.
No, you're right. It's rare. It's rare, but it is possible. I know people that have been married for, I don't know them personally, but I've seen like interviews on TV and whatever. People that got married within 6 months of meeting each other, and they've been married for 30 plus years, happily married. So I mean, it's not impossible, but the odds are not in your favor.
If his future wife hears this pod, she's gonna be real pissed.
Why is that?
Because I already called her crazy. I mean, he's got a 6-month window to make this chick fall madly in love with him and talk about marriage openly. Openly talk about marriage. This isn't Mitchell just being like, "Hey, what do you think? Do you think you would marry me? Do you think you'd want to spend the rest of your life with me?" No, she's got to talk openly about marriage.
I'll talk openly about marriage.
6 months.
I'll talk openly about marriage on day one. So I'm not here to play around.
Because then he needs another 6 months to save the money to finance for the ring.
Now wait.
Well, I can't.
Wait, that's irrelevant.
Because you don't know her taste. You have no idea. She could want a $300 ring, or she could want a $10,000 ring. You got to choose wisely.
That's irrelevant, because the ring's supposed to be what, 6 months monthly salary or something like that, or No, what is it?
Yeah, I mean, you can't. I mean,
yeah, 3 or
like
6.
I said,
So,
it just really
6 months
depends on-
monthly salary, bro. What the
Not-
fuck
yeah,
are
it
y'all
can.
talking
That's
about?
It can, bro.
Hell,
there's
no,
a-
I ain't buying a ring
Yeah,
that
bro.
expensive, bro.
Yeah,
No,
Y'all
there's
got
a
fucked
like
up. That's a
there's a rule
goddamn
of
new
thumb.
car.
Well, I
Man.
understand that, Mitchell, but depends what woman you end up with.
I ain't spending that much money on a fucking Mark. What the
Okay.
hell is you talking about?
That's
over
gonna
there,
be
bro?
a short marriage.
Huh?
She gonna slap your ass when you propose to her in the middle of the mall.
In the middle of the mall.
Yeah, you ain't gonna have enough time to make something elaborate. You ain't gonna have a year to think of something out like I did.
No,
Mark,
there's a
Mark thinks I'm incapable of settling down, Finis. That's what this conversation boils down to.
Okay, Mitchell. It's
okay. I found it. I found
okay.
the rule of thumb. I was off. I was thinking something else.
I think it's like
3 months of 3 months worth of salary.
But hey, let me tell you something right now. Listen. We're pro woman on this pod, but women do not understand the 3-month rule on that. Trust me.
Shit, it
Mark,
depends
what
how much
the hell
you
are you talking about over there,
It
bro?
depends how much you make it. First of all, they don't have to know how much the ring costs. That can be fully undisclosed.
Let me tell you something.
The
best decision I ever made was letting my wife pick out her ring.
I mean, no, that's a smart
that was the
move.
best decision I ever made.
That's the only move, bro. You're not supposed to just surprise
you can be
them.
one of those knuckleheads that go and buy a ring, just hope she likes it. that shit's terrible, bro. And the ones that go and buy it are the ones that have not like actively talked about marriage with said woman, and then embarrasses the shit out of the woman. And we've all seen them. They propose at a baseball game or in the middle of the mall, at their local Mexican restaurant. They do, and we've all seen the videos.
Yeah, and they say no.
Yeah, and you get slapped, and then you just look like an idiot because you spent thousands of dollars on a ring for nothing, and you only got 90 days. You can take it back. Trust me, I know. I looked at the receipt. 90 days.
What the receipt?
Hey, man. I was like, I just was curious. I was just
Mark's
curious.
got no faith in me, Finis. Mark's got no faith in me.
That's what it sounds like.
It is. It's slander.
I mean, my man's just living his life right now. I don't want him to stop living his life.
You can live your life.
You got time.
You
got time. Just because I got married and I have a baby don't mean shit.
Look at Mark fucking backtracking now. Mark's on the run right now, bro.
Yeah, what's going on, Mark? What side you picking?
Yeah, where you at, Mark? You're
first off,
into a
I just
corner
don't want
right
my
now,
friend.
Mark.
Time out. Here's the difference. I was with Sarah for 5 years before I proposed. 5. I knew everything about her. She knew everything about me. We knew both our likes, dislikes, everything to a T. We knew exactly all of our secrets and our past and whatever. We knew everything. But,
Mark, you don't think you can get
You're talking about.
You don't think that you don't
think
you can.
Absolutely, in a year, absolutely not. Because you're going to be in the honeymoon phase. You're going to be in the honeymoon. You're going to be in your damn phase where you order some cheesecake. Hey, babe, you want to buy my cheesecake? And she's like, no, you go ahead and have the first bite. And then you're like, no, you think about it. Or you're going to be like, you hang up first. you hang up first. You're going to be in your little honeymoon phase.
Mark, wait.
You
so what
don't
about the
know
people?
who
What about the
really
people?
is.
Now, Mark, what about the people that fucking been married for 30 years and they knew each other for a week before they got married? That shit happened.
I bet they've argued every day of their fucking marriage.
You don't think it's happy marriage?
Because listen, that's another big part, right? There's stuff that she does that annoys me, and there's definitely stuff I do that annoys her, right?
Well,
if you get
part
married,
of being in a relationship, Mark,
bro, and then you got to live with the person, right? You got to see how they live. You have no idea. Those people that get married within a week are stupid. There's going to be stuff that they literally hate each other the rest of their life.
Oh my goodness, Mark.
So Mark, you're saying there's no possible way to have a happy marriage after only getting married in a very short time frame. Is what you're saying.
That's exactly what Mark's saying.
What's the definition of a happy marriage, Finis?
Being happily married.
You can be happily married and fight every day.
But that's not my point.
You can be married. You can be married and argue with your spouse every day, and still be happy with them and still want to be with them the rest of your life.
Mark, here's your problem, bro.
Here's
your problem, bro. You're painting a picture with a broad brush right now. You're not painting with nuance.
I wish
now,
my
bro.
camera could work. Eyes right now.
You're painting with a broad brush, bro.
It's possible.
Well,
bro.
Listen, good for you. If that's what happens, good for you. I still think you need time to, make sure that's what you want to do with your life, and make sure that's the person you want to spend the rest of your life with. Okay. Big emphasis on spend the rest of. And you stand up there and you recite your vows and you say, "I do." It's over with, Jack. That's the one person you're gonna be the rest of your life with. So you better be damn sure you love her and you want to be with her. You better make sure she loves you and wants to be with you too.
Some people don't need a lot of time, though. Is all we're saying. Some people need a lot of time. Some people don't.
That's fine. Eventually, they're gonna get annoyed with each other, and then they're gonna start fighting.
You can say that about.
You can say with a broad brush, bro.
Dude, y'all act like there's not a honeymoon phase, bro.
Bro, you're acting like that people's relationships aren't different. You're acting like that, one person's version of happy.
The first year of dating my wife,
happy, bro.
The first year of dating my wife, we didn't fight one time.
That's your specific experience.
That's your time, bro. That's what happened with you. I don't mean that's what happens with everybody.
Oh my God!
You go ahead,
Mitchell. I hope you find someone within 6 months. You get her to fall madly in love with you. You go buy a nice ring for her. You put it on her finger. You're engaged within a year. You win the bet. Then you're married 2 years later. The person you've only dated for 2 years, and and then you got a kid
Mark,
with her year 3.
All we're saying over here, Mark. All we're saying over here is that relationships are different, and relationships are.
I never said they
people
weren't
in the relationship.
I never said they weren't.
And they move at different paces. They move at different paces too. Some people
just my personal opinion. I think you should date someone for a little while to make sure
you got your everything checked off. That's your personal opinion, but some shit just happens faster.
Well, Mitchell,
you never know.
Find said woman that moves fast with you. I hope you do. I hope you do it when you come back, so I can buy you a nice juicy fucking steak from fucking Sperry's. I hope
Jay Alexander's is where we're going, Mark.
Okay, Jay Alexander's.
A steak Maui,
a nice fat
fucking mashed potatoes with
ribeye from freaking yeah.
And
I hope my best friend's happy. I just don't want my best friend to make a mistake. That's all. That's what being a good friend is, fellas.
There it is, Mark. There's the love.
I do the same thing for finance too.
But I know we can't paint all relationships with the broad brush because all relationships are different, bro.
I'm not trying to paint them with a broad brush. I'm just saying my personal opinion. I think you should take time, enjoy dating. First off, I enjoyed my time dating my wife. We did a lot of things. We went a lot of places. Not like that, Finest. Stop. Stop being a pervert. We traveled. We did a lot of things before we got married. And then, surprise, got pregnant. But, that's life. That's our life. It's our journey.
Everybody's journey's different. Everybody's journey's different. But yes,
man, I enjoyed dating. That's why I like doing it. And then, I knew I was going to marry my wife about a year and a half in for sure. But everything's timing, fellas. That's another thing. Timing.
I love how Mark be talking like he's 75 years old, bro.
Bro, I feel
talking like this guy, like he's seen the world.
I'm an old head,
that has grandchildren, bro. Like trying to spit wisdom at us. I practically do.
I'm an old head, bro. I'm an old soul.
Mark, you're fucking 28 years old. Shut the fuck up.
I'm old, bro. I'm almost 30. You realize that? Holy shit!
Almost 30, bro. Oh my god.
I was born in 1784.
I feel like it.
Well, back in
Mark,
my
you're
day.
29.
I'm about to start
Mark, you're
dieting
29,
again,
aren't you?
boys. Huh?
You're 29, right? Turn 29
No.
in June.
I'll be.
Or are you 28?
Yeah, I'm 28.
You're 28. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Almost.
I'm about to start
30
dieting. I'm gonna go on
bro.
a diet again, and I'm gonna get
Bro,
this time.
you're out here saying you're almost 30, and in the span of the year, of one single year, you got married and had a kid, and you want to say I'm almost 30.
Time out.
Like
Time
shit
out.
doesn't
Time
happen
out,
in a
time
year,
out.
bro. What? Like,
Time out. Time
dude,
out.
No, you don't get. Numbers don't work like that, Mark. Get his ass.
Well, first off,
ladies and gentlemen, let's take a quick break from the show. And I want you to do 3 things for me. Real easy, real simple. 1, wherever you're listening to this podcast or watching, subscribe. Whether it's YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, whatever it is, subscribe to this channel so you can stay up to date with the podcast we have dropping for you for Uncle Strib and Guardians of the 615. Second thing I want you to do is get on Instagram. I know you have an Instagram. If you don't have an Instagram, make an Instagram. And follow Ivy Productions LLC. It used to be Ivy Talks Podcast. It's now been changed to the letter I, the letter V, Productions with the S, LLC, Ivy Productions LLC. Go to the Instagram, follow us on Instagram. Another easy way to stay updated with not only the podcast we're dropping for both Uncle Strib and Guardians 615, but as well as the new merch we do have dropping, and we're going to be getting into some cash giveaways here pretty soon. So follow those to stay up to date for cash giveaways for sure. And the last thing is, when you go on to Instagram and follow Ivy Productions LLC, click the link in the bio. We have 2 websites. We have a professional website where you can check out our bio. You can check out all the platforms that Ivy Productions is producing, including the Guardian 615 and Uncle Strib. And the other link that is on there is going to be our merch website. We officially have merch dropping, and we just have it available for you guys if you want to support. Rock the gear, rock the wear, however you want to do it. But we really appreciate you guys, and we'll have merch coming to you guys for great affordable prices. Just get on there, check it out. We got t-shirts, we got crop tops, we got hoodies, jackets, all kind of things. But appreciate you guys for listening, and back to the show.
Well, first off, I had been. I was with my wife.
Yeah,
for 5 years.
You know how much shit could change within 2 years, bro?
I was with my wife for 5 years before we were married. We were practically married at year 3.
That's what I'm talking about. What the fuck does that have anything to do? I'm saying that you're saying you're almost 30. You're 28
Correct.
years old, and last year you got married and had a kid in the same year. So you don't get to say that like shit's not like progressive. Like that is a big year. So like by the time you're 30, you might have 3 kids, Mark. That's all I'm saying. Shit
I doubt
changes
that.
quick.
I doubt that.
You don't get to say I'm almost 30, bro.
You, go ahead and say that, because that ain't happening, Jack.
That ain't happening, Jack.
That ain't happening, Chief. Listen, man. No, and he was a surprise. Just a little surprise, that's all.
JT the surprise, bro.
Yeah. Wouldn't trade him for the world, though. Love that little boy to death. Best things ever happening.
Damn, Finis. You need to give Mark a lecture on numbers, bro.
Bro.
2 whole fucking years till he's 30, saying I'm almost 30.
I am.
2
years, goes by fast.
Bro.
Time out. Think about this.
Bro, you know what happens over the course of a year, bro? There's so much shit that can happen.
Time is gone so fucking fast. Bro, we've been out of high school going on 10 years, okay? Think about that shit. So you've been out of high school going on 10 years. You've been out of middle school, what? Going on...
Bro, you're about to get Finis an aneurysm over there because now he's thinking about being in college for 10 years.
Finis has got... That's Finis' journey, though. That's the path
you're giving Finis an
itself.
existential crisis over there, bro. Finis like, God damn, I've been in this college for 10 years, man.
And I'm still on a college budget, living like
bro, we were in elementary school 20 years ago.
I can't buy shit.
It's okay. Hey, Finis, it's all right. At the end of the day, once it's all said and done, and you're fully into your career, you're going to be okay.
Here goes 75
You're going to do a lot better than all of us. I'll tell you that right now.
I hope so.
There ain't no hope so about it. It's the reality.
You're gonna be publishing papers on stars and
For
shit,
sure.
bro.
My man is gonna be next Neil deGrasse Tyson over there.
Shit. Well, I had to debate where I could get groceries on Friday to see if my money went through type shit.
Oh, that's fucking terrible.
That's why I'm getting groceries today. Had to wait a couple days.
That's why you need to stick with it, Finis. You gotta stick with what you got right now, bro. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
It might blow, but you just gotta stay with it, bro.
Oh, I gotta tell you the context behind that though, because I got put in a situation is why I'm looking, right? It's because so when I started grad school, I got funding from a grant called the National Science Foundation, so NSF. And they were funding me to work on this project with these people that are in the engineering field. We're in astrophysics, so we're kind of combining, taking engineering techniques and trying to apply them to astrophysical concepts or maybe astrophysical ideas or contexts, right? But anyway, that funding is over because only supposed to fund me for like 3.5 years, I think. You know, I'm in year 4, so that funding's done. So because I'm not paying for school. I'm an employee at UTSA, so I get paid and my tuition's covered because I'm an employee, right? Technically. So now that funding is gone, I talked to my supervisor. I'm okay. I'm gonna still get my tuition and stuff covered, but I have to TA instead of, because I wasn't TAing, I was just doing research because the funding allowed me to just do research. Now that I don't have it, I have to TA to keep my funding because now that I'm technically providing a service for UTSA, they'll cover my tuition because I'm providing a service for them. So now I'm just going to be funded through UTSA. My money stays the same, like nothing's changing, but it's just basically they're just going to match what I've been getting because I work for them now, right?
And it's more work.
That's the problem. Now I'm going to have to teach 2 labs, which are 2.5-hour labs, 2 of them on different days. There's going to be probably anywhere from 15 to 20 students per lab. So we're talking 40 potential students. We have weekly quizzes and weekly labs I have to grade. And I have to have office hours, tutoring hours, and I myself have to do the labs on Friday. So doing that doesn't even include doing my actual research. So between doing my actual research, handling 40 students with labs and office hours and tutoring that I have to do with all that, and trying to do Shoe Palace, there's no shot. Because without the teaching, I'm doing anywhere between 65 to 80 hours a week, depending on like how much I need to get done, deadlines, and yada, yada, yada. That's what I'm averaging a week. And then you add an extra, just the teaching alone is probably going to be a minimum of 20 hours a week between managing all that.
Jesus.
See? So that's why I was trying to find a remote job or a job that's paying me more so I can work less, or if I'm going to be at a physical location. So that's why I was put in a situation where I was like, oh, I got to figure something out.
And you don't want to take loans.
Exactly. Because I'm not paying. I haven't paid a dime for school so far. So there'd be no reason to do it at this point. So that
might be worth it. That might be worth it, Finis.
Finis, do you have any eligibility left?
Say it again.
You got any eligibility left?
You talking about to play?
Yeah.
Fuck no, I was at Mizzou for 5 years.
I was going to try to walk on at UTSA. You get a scholarship.
No. Well, if I walk on, I wouldn't get a scholarship. I'd be a walk on.
You get a scholarship. Use ball.
Finis, you might have to bite that bullet and take. You might have to bite that bullet and take a loan, bro, and just pay your living. I would say pay your rent.
Method.
I would get enough. I would take the loan to pay the 6 months and just take it and then pay your housing. That way, you have housing, and then you can find ways to make money to get food and all that shit.
Well, if I got a loan to pay my rent, I could live off my UTSA check if my rent was covered.
Yeah, that's what I do, bro. Just
doing here for. That's me. I actually talked to my mom about it, and we talked that's a potential option. But that's why I'm trying out that financial place for a month to see what it's like. I'm gonna find out the details of how it works, because he said there's way to get recurring income. There's ways, like if you get a client, or if you recruit somebody or get a client or whatever, or you help somebody with their finances, once you get somebody under you, you'll get weekly. You know what I'm saying? It's like once you get somebody, there is a set weekly check that you're gonna get. But that's why I just want to see what they talk about. And if it's not,
but wait,
juice worth the squeeze.
Wait. All right, when do you graduate? Next December?
Yes, 24.
So you could potentially, you paid what, $1,200 a month for rent, $1,300, whatever. So you take a
$1,300,
$6 to $7 grand loan each semester. So you would be, you wouldn't have to do the labs during the summer. So you could pick up the job during the summer. So you would potentially be graduating with a PhD with 20 grand in debt, as opposed to 170 like most people.
Well,
I think that's kind of a deal. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it'd be more like 25 grand because I maxed out my credit cards to move down here that I'm still trying to pay off. But yeah, basically.
Yeah. So you just pay that shit off with the loan money. That's what I do, Finis. You're gonna burn yourself. There's something in your life's not gonna get attention. I don't know what that's gonna be, but something.
It already don't get my social life. It already don't get attention.
No, but that not even that. Like either your research is gonna start to fall, or your TAing is gonna start to fall, or something's gonna get stolen away.
Right.
That you don't want to get stolen away.
It's gonna get pushed to the bottom of the list.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought about the loan and my credit's pretty good. I could probably get a low interest rate on it. My credit's it's over 700.
Yeah, but the question is, you'll be going through the school. You'd want to go through the feds to get that because you'll be a public service since you'll be working at a university. Obviously, you'll have that 25 grand paid before the 10 years of payments, but I don't know. I think that new loan forgiveness shit that he passed, it's like, I know professors don't make shit. So if you make like those first couple years, professors, until you get tenured, you ain't making anything.
Oh, well, shit, even before that, you still making 50, 60K.
Really?
Well,
adjuncting?
In my field, in the physics, field, you're making pretty good.
Okay.
It depends what
50 to 60 is starting salary.
Yeah. 60
for
but
like
if you're 60 to start salary pretty damn good.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
That's a pretty good starting salary, 60K.
Yeah, Finis, that makes a lot of sense because if you're like an English professor or some shit, the skill set's not as hard as it is to be in physics. You know, that makes sense. Okay. Yeah, dude, I would if I were you, I'd take that.
So what does an English professor make?
English professor probably makes like 20 grand a year, maybe adjuncting, not tenured. They'll probably make.
Oh my God,
they might make 30 on the low end. 20 is ridiculous. I didn't make 20 as a student.
Adjuncting
20,000 a year.
No tenured, Finis. Adjuncting, they're paying those guys. They're paying those guys like $1,500, $2,000 a class.
Oh my God.
They don't make anything, bro. Until you're tenured, at least in the humanities, bro. I guess I see why it would be different in STEM, but in the humanities, those guys don't make anything.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
that's
crazy. What I do, Finis. I know you're a type A person, and you know how to get shit done, but you're gonna end up hurting. Something's gonna fail.
Yeah, that's just too much, bro.
Yeah, you're gonna be killing yourself doing that shit, dude.
Yeah. That's too. You're gonna get burnt out so quick. Even as driven and hardworking as you are, bro, you're just gonna get burnt out.
But you're good at managing your money too, so you might be able to fuck around and figure a way to rig it up so you don't have to take so many loans. You know what I'm saying?
Well, what I had talked to my mom was, let's say because we later talked about getting a loan, just it's 1 year basically. And getting a loan to where I can live off the UTSA money. So basically paying my rent, just living off the UTSA money, and still maybe doing like deliveries on the weekends, days that I don't have to work. And then the money I make doing that, I can go start paying off that loan. So after a year, I could get it down a couple grand or something like that. If that's even worth it, but something like where maybe I could get a job where I'm working dummy part-time on just weekend shifts and paying all that money straight back to the loan, since I don't need that money for any actual living expenses.
Yeah.
Check and see if y'all have bellhops in San Antonio.
Bellhops.
BELLOPS. It was
The hell is that?
Started in Chattanooga. I did it.
Oh, moving service.
Yeah, moving service, but it's contract, so you get to choose your shifts and stuff. I think I started off at like 17 an hour, and then you get tips on top of it. So like they'll tip for like the whole move. They might, if it's 4 guys, they might give you a $100 tip, and that's split between 4 guys.
That's not bad.
And going to just picking shit up and moving it, and you most of the time, all the people I was cool with too. So it's.
Oh yeah, there is one here. It's actually fairly close to where I live.
No, there's no like. It's not like you. It's not like you show up with like they contract out truck drivers.
Yeah.
So truck driver randomly shows up, and then the 3 random guys will show up on it, and you can just you pick and choose your shifts you're contracting, so you can build it around your schedule.
It's like Uber. It's like Uber driver, but for moving.
Exactly.
Hey,
that's exactly how it is.
make sure you get them finances in too. The IRS will come calling for that tax.
Oh, I'm not, bro. Taxes. The IRS gonna owe me big, baby. I've been writing off so much shit. I fucked up last year. I owed it wasn't a lot. I owed like 400 because I didn't write off. My dad was asking me like the technical question. Oh, did you do this? And then I ended up getting it down to where they owed me like 180. But like I think I've written off close to $6,000 so far this year, and that doesn't include 2 trips I'm going to take later in the year, and then the stuff I have to buy a parking pass for campus. That's $200 right off because it's for school. I'm gonna have to buy anything I buy for school in the semester, since I'll be TAing all the semester. So like I'm hoping to have 10 to 15K as write-offs by December. So I'm gonna be good.
I checked that out though, Finest. It's good money. Well, it's hard work, but
yeah, that ain't a problem.
But you got my favorite. I hate moving, bro. But my favorite thing about doing that job was I just show up. You just show up and just pick the shit up. You don't have to worry about boxing shit up and all of that fun stuff.
Right.
You literally pick shit up, and then you leave. And like you leave, you see all the boxes, and you're like, "Damn, this is gonna be a headache for them to pack all this shit." And you're like, not my problem, bro. Like, no, it's good stuff, man. It's real good stuff. But yeah, you can do that on the weekends. I mean, you can do that on the weekdays. There's a lot of weekday moves, and sometimes, dude, you'll get an hour where people will hire you to move a fucking like something that they can't. Right? You might get an elderly couple that wants to move the couch like across the house, and then it's a fucking 15-minute job that you're getting paid $40 for.
Right. Yeah, I'm gonna look into it.
The best is when you get rich people, bro. You show up to a fucking nice ass house, bro. You know that tip's coming in. You're good. You're good, dude. And you get paid every week too with that shit. That's what I like. Fucking every Thursday, you don't have to do that bi-weekly bullshit.
Yeah, bi-weekly suck. I'm waiting on my shit next week.
Yeah.
Or
shout out sponsor of Guardians of the 615.
Oh, Bellhop?
Yeah.
I like that effort, Mitchell.
Do we have a quick 15-minute game time, or what's going on?
I don't know. I'd say we don't do game time today, boys.
All right, bet. We got 15 minutes. Anybody got any would you rathers or hypotheticals to throw at the group?
I got a Professor Strib question.
Oh, where are my glasses? Oh, they on campus. All right, lay it on me. Pause.
Where's your glasses?
On campus. I keep them on campus at this point because I'm always on campus.
God damn it. Why is everything spherical?
What do you mean by everything? Like planets and stars?
Planets, stars,
like atoms?
Okay. Everything is spherical. One, gravity works in spheres because everything's about center of mass, right? So whenever you're going to start, let's say you start off with a single particle, right? Because I actually study dust. This is actually a very important concept to understand about dust, because the reason why you get stars or you get things in the atmosphere, in the universe, is because you start off with one particle, one dust grain, one piece of molecular cloud right here. And then you get a second one, they come together, they connect, 2, 3. Now, once you get a big enough clump of something, gravity pulls everything in, right? And by everything in, it pulls everything into a center of mass. So for example, if I can find, let's take this avocado, everything's pulling it in equal directions, inward, right? Because that's where the center of mass is once you've accumulated a giant ball of things. Because it could have started off like this, but if you have this pulling in, this pulling in, this pulling in, eventually as it comes together, it will eventually spheroid up. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Right? So, and then as things get bigger, you just have more and more gravity pushing in on this center point of mass. And that's where the weight of whatever object is distributed at its equilibrium in the center of mass. That's why most things are spherical. And that's how gravity works. And that's how a lot of scientists can prove that the Earth isn't flat, just because the way gravity works in the center of mass, it works in a spheroid. You're not going to have, imagine if you're making a pizza, right? And, pizzas are flat. Mm-hmm. If you have a pizza, not that big, but it's flat, it'll hold on its own if you just set it somewhere. Let's say you're able to set it, I don't know, on a single point or whatever, because obviously if you set it on a flat surface, it'll stay up, but it will be able to hold under its own weight. But if you make it too big out here, if the center mass in the middle, it'll dip down, it'll fall apart, right?
Yeah.
But if you make a ball, it doesn't matter how big you make this ball of dough or pizza or whatever, as long as you don't like slam it against something, it will stay in a spheroid, or in a sphere type of shape. So that's why everything's spherical.
That makes sense. Damn finest.
Yeah, man.
Damn rib.
You know what I'm saying? I got about a year left. PhD candidate.
Bro, I might.
Hey, man.
Graduation.
You said what?
I might have to come to your graduation.
For what? Actually, that'd be lit. We go to Six Flags?
I've been asking you when you were going to graduate for the past 4 years, man. And it always seemed like that it was going to be year after next. This is finally.
No, it's always, probably a year and a half, 2 years. It's always 2 years or a year and a half.
Exactly.
Yeah. Grad school is so weird because, in undergrad, it's all about I'm a freshman, sophomore, junior, senior, right? When you get to grad school, that's not a thing. It's all about, especially in PhD, it's all about I'm pre-dissertation or I'm either a PhD student. So there's a proposal that you have to do. So there's either pre-QE or post-QE. Pre-QE, you're just a PhD student. You haven't done your proposal to propose what your dissertation is going to be about. You haven't got it approved. And then there's post-QE, which when you pass your QE, you become a candidate. That's when you got approved to do your dissertation work. And now you're actually executing that work so you can defend it. And so it could take you 3 years for your pre-QE and 2 years for your post. It could take you 2 years for your pre, 3 years for your post. It could take you 4 years for your pre, 1 year for your post. It doesn't matter how you cut the cake, it's still cake. It could take you 2.5 to 3.5, however long it takes. There's no grades once you get to grad school at that level. So it's weird. And then when you're in a solo, after 10 years, people ask me, what year are you? I don't know. I just know. At this point, I just know my expected graduation is fall of 2024. But before I got this close, when people would ask, I'm like, I have no idea. I got 3 electives left. I still got so much. I don't know. I take my QE next semester type shit.
So you graduate fall 2024. You back in Nashville in winter of 2025?
I don't know yet. After this upcoming winter, this January, depending on how far along I am, and I look at my like plans to like because expected is 2024 fall, December 2024. If once I get to January, I'll sit down with my supervisor and evaluate if that's still realistic. If it's not and gets pushed back, then we'll see. But if that's still realistic in January, I'll probably start looking at jobs then. And I will be applying in Texas. Priority one is Tennessee. I'll be applying. Priority one's Tennessee. Priority two is Texas. Priority three is Florida. Because I want to live in a state with no state income tax. So it's either Texas, Florida, or Tennessee. And so that I won't know for sure till probably the end of spring of this upcoming winter.
Gotcha.
Where I'll be, because I gotta apply and see where I'm going. Yeah. So
you're gonna graduate in 2024.
You said what?
I need to ask you in December if you're gonna graduate in a year.
Ask me in probably late January. When the 2024 spring semester starts is when you should ask me, because that meeting I have my supervisor right when school gets back in session will be my expect is 2024 this year, December of this year. Where are we? What do I need to get done? Is it realistic? And then we'll go through that kind of thing. That's how we've been doing it every year.
Bro, are you gonna cry? Are you gonna cry if she tells you that it's fucking spring of 2025?
No, as long as I keep my funding and I ain't got to pay for shit. I'll write this wave as long as I have to, as long as I get it at the end and I don't have to pay for shit.
Yeah.
But
fuck is Mocha doing? Have the podcaster ever seen Mocha?
I don't know about stop. I don't know about God. I don't know about the Guardians of 615.
Yeah, let's introduce
Mocha. He's somewhere around here. Mocha, come here. Not you.
You got two dogs?
I got my girlfriend's dog here. Mocha, come here.
Got your girlfriend's dog.
Come here.
What kind of dog is it?
Which one?
Girlfriend's.
A border collie pit mix. All right. Hello, everybody. This is Mocha. Bro, look at the camera. Right here. God damn it. He is a Chihuahua Yorkie mix. He looks more Yorkie than Chihuahua. And he is 9 years old.
He's seen some shit, bro. Old ass dog.
Yeah, I've seen some shit. His breed, they actually live pretty long. He has a good chance of making it to 20.
Damn.
Because them small, well, at least his breed, they have a good chance of living long.
All right, Finis?
You said what?
We'll wrap this guy up.
Yeah, we can wrap it up. Ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate you guys for watching and listening. If you've made it this far, this has been the Guardian 615, and we'll catch you guys next week.
I want no part of that ever again.
Yeah, bro. I'm
gonna chase my dream.